Hey guys, it's Michelle again, and I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. Sorry, maybe a little bit, because I do so many unboxings. And I don't want everybody to get bored with me. So anyway, I looked up some tag questions on my iPad, and I'm going to answer some tag questions. We're gonna do a Wip Chat and do tag questions. And this one is get to know me tag questions, and some of them might be kind of a little personal for throwing out there on the internet, so if they are, I will just skip them. But there's 200 questions on here, so I'm sure even if I skip some, I'll have plenty of things to answer. So anyway, while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be working on my my canvas here. I was trying to close an ad that popped a pop-up on there and it just wouldn't close. Home is Where the Magic Is from Randall Spangler is what I'm working on still, and I've got it about a third finished now. I've got right at about a third of it finished, and it is turning out beautiful. Now this one, some of the things in it, like this one, like the house is more the focal point in this. So like the draglings are not detailed at all. Well, when I finish it completely, I will explain all of this. There is a little spot on it that I'm not crazy about, and I may change it up a little bit. But it is turning out so pretty. I'm so excited to finish it. And anyway, that's what I'm working on still. I started this one right around Christmas. I kitted it up right around Christmas. And I got started on it shortly after, but I've been mostly working on it since the first of the year. So this is definitely my first for 2024, and hopefully I will finish it before the end of January, because like I had said, I don't know if y'all seen it or not. Some did, probably some didn't. I want to finish 20 to 25 kits this year, and if this one takes me an entire month or longer, then that's really, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna get that many done. So I'm gonna have to, I've got a lot of large kits in there to do, and I'm afraid that, yeah, that I'm gonna end up not getting near as much done as I really want to. But so yeah, I'm using I know I've talked about it before, but I'm gonna tell you again. I have got carpal tunnel and I think some arthritis in my hands, so they hurt when I'm doing pretty much anything. The copper fit gloves really help, so that's why I always have a glove on. Just so anybody new wondering why I wear these raggy old gloves. This one's actually fairly new and it's ripped down but it does help my hand. It doesn't hurt near as bad with the glove on. So I don't know if it's the copper or they're supposed to be tight fitted compression gloves. So I don't know what it is about it that helps, but they do help. So that is why I wear the glove. I don't have to wear it on both hands most of the time. It's my right. I do have carpal tunnel in both hands, so. And eventually I'm gonna get the surgery, so hopefully then I won't have to wear the gloves. But anyway, that being said, let's move on. I am using my same pen I always use. The tips are both from DAC. That's an 8-placer. This is the single placer. They're both DAC. The stainless steel ones. So I have several different sizes. I've got the 4, I think that's a 4, and I've got the 12. I like the 8 the best for some reason. I don't know why. It's easy. I can use, you know, as few or as many as I want on here. When I get up to the 12, it seems like you try and get that many on there and they all just kind of go everywhere. I just struggle with it. I don't know why. And I don't know, maybe when I do something that has a lot more color blocking, I'll try that one more and see how it works out. But for now, this one's the one I prefer. So that's what I'm using. And in it, I still have my, actually, no, I did not. I changed it. This has the Quake Hold putty in it now. And I like this stuff a lot. The only problem with it is very sticky. So when you use it, you kind of got to dirty it up before you want to use it on your drills. Maybe take the little bit before you put it in your pen and kind of roll it in your hand. Touch it onto your pants, maybe, you know, like that, or, you know, or on your shirt or something, just to kind of dirty it up a hair so it's not quite as sticky. And then, yeah, it looks pretty icky in there now. But that's what I'm using, because that stuff is really sticky and gooey. So it kind of, yeah. Anyway, it's good stuff, and it's a big chunk for a couple bucks, $3, something like that. I don't remember. But, so that package probably lasts me forever. I bought it off of Amazon. Seeing somebody else on Wip Chat using it or something on YouTube, so I thought I'd try it out. I do like it. The ones that I have, the other ones that I have, they're fairly close to that kind of, you know, the ones I've bought off of Etsy. And honestly, I mean, how much do you smell the ones that, the smell good putties? I have a bunch of them, but I mean, how much do you actually smell them? Anyway, because it's not like you put it, well, anyway, I put it in my pen, I don't smell it again. I can't smell it from being, that little bit of it being in my pen, so. Anyway, not trying to discourage anybody from buying that. I've bought a whole bunch of it, so, you know, just saying, that's a much cheaper route. It doesn't have any smell, but it's a much cheaper route to get pretty much the same thing. But it is gooey, so, you know. Anyway, moving on. That is what, oh, and my single placer I am using, Randa's Crafty Corner. It is the same stuff I've been using forever, hard and sticky, almond milk scented, and that's how much is gone. I use this every day. I love this stuff. I love it. It's the best for single placing. I wish I had about a ton of it. I love it. I don't use that in multi-placers, just my single placer. I like the putty for the multi-placing. But anyway, moving on. We're gonna do this tag. And so the first question is, what is your full name? So my name is Michelle Solomon, like Solomon from the Bible. Not that I think that I'm, you know, anyway. What is your middle name? My middle name is Lynn. What is the meaning of your name? I have no idea. The meaning of mine, I think the name Michelle is French. But besides that, I don't have a clue what my name means. I think I had looked it up one time before, but I don't know. I don't remember. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff too much because, you know. Who gave you your name? My parents. when I was born. I mean, who else? Well, my last name, my husband gave me when I got married. So I guess that is kind of an, because I was thinking, what a dumb question. Who gives you your name? Your parents? But yeah. So my parents gave me my first and middle name, and my husband gave me his last name when we married almost 24 years ago. Our anniversary is next month. So then it says, after what or whom are you named? I have no idea. I think they just liked the name. I don't think that I'm named after anyone, actually. My mom had told me at one time that she didn't want, I thought she had said she didn't want to name me out. I got a string hanging here. Want to name me after someone, so she picked I don't remember. Maybe I'm imagining that. I don't know. I don't think I'm named after anyone, so I'm just kind of all on my own here. I can't cut that, so the scissors won't cut it. We'll worry about it later. All right. What is your nickname? Well, I've got a couple nicknames. Some good, some bad. No, I'm just kidding. So my nickname when I was a kid was Shelly. Why? Because Michelle, Shelly, it just kind of, you know, shorten Michelle, and people say Shelly a lot of times. I went to school, all through school, with another girl, and her name was Shelly. And so when we got older, then I went by Michelle rather than Shelly because it was confusing, you know, having two of us. So I also have a nickname that my kids and my husband gave me that they still call me now. Mama Girl. My youngest son, I believe, started calling my oldest son Bondi Boy because his name was Brandon, and why he came up with Bondi Boy, I don't know, but it kind of stuck and everybody called him that. And then he started with the Mama Girl thing, and then there was Daddy Boy, and so we kind of all have little nicknames that my son gave us, and the Mama Girl thing really stuck. So now my kids call me Mama or Mama Girl. My husband calls me Mama Girl all the time. So that's my nickname, or Shell. A lot of people just shorten it to Shell. So, where are you from? I am from Illinois. Right now, it's January, so right now, I really hate Illinois. Illinois is very cold in the wintertime, and it actually hadn't been too bad this year up until the last couple of weeks, because Christmas wasn't even that bad. But it is below zero. Oh, what is it today? Oh, yeah, it's -2 today. That's our regular temperature. So, yeah, not thrilled about living in Illinois right now. I'm more of a warm weather kind of girl, and, you know, I am from a really small town. Well, actually, the town I grew up in is kind of an average town, not big. Definitely not big. The town I live in now is actually small enough that it's a village. So yeah, we're from a very rural area. A lot of farmers around, and yeah, so that's where I'm from. I'm real close, about an hour, about 40 minutes away from the Iowa border. So, anywho, when and where were you born? I was born in Iowa, and I was actually born in my mother's doctor's office because for some reason she had a doctor in what we call the Quad Cities, which is about 40 minutes from here. It was almost an hour from the town where we lived when I was born. So when my mom was going into labor, she had my grandmother drive her to the cities, and instead of going to the hospital, Grandma took her to the doctor's office where she had an appointment, but it was too late by the time they got there, and so I was born right there in his office. So that's kind of always been the big story, because back when I was born, you didn't get a room to yourself. Usually you shared a room with you would give birth in one room and then share a room with someone else once it was over with. Now you usually have the room to yourself, and you give birth right in that room and all that. But it was different back when I was born. And so, but because I was born in the doctor's office and not in the hospital, they had to put my mom and I in a room by ourselves, because I guess because I wasn't born in a sterile place. Sterile, I don't know. I'm not sure. I was too little to remember. I just know the story, so. But that's National Weather Service has issued a wind chill advisory for Monroe. Ugh, that's what my echo just said. Yeah, so again, bad weather. Where did you grow up? I grew up in Kewanee, Illinois, which actually, funny story about that. If anybody watches the show Special Victims, Law and Order Special Victims, there's one of them that Ice-T actually says one of the people were in Kewanee, Illinois. He doesn't say it right, but he does say it in one of the shows, so it's kind of cool. And they talk about, because Kewanee is the hog capital of the world, and they mention that in the show, so it's kind of neat. That's where I'm from, the hog capital of the world. I don't live there now, but that's where I grew up. So, who were your childhood idols? Oh my goodness. I guess that depends on when. Because when I was little, when I was real young, my childhood idol would have been probably Bo Duke. I loved the Dukes of Hazzards when I was a little girl. I even had a Bo Duke Barbie doll. But now, I don't know. Back then, times were very, very different. And now I think, I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. So, anyway. But then when I got older, of course, my idols were the bands that I listened to. I always loved music, and I always loved, well, when I was young, it was always rock and roll. Axl Rose, I think Axl Rose, Bon Jovi, they were my biggest idols, I guess. Madonna, maybe. What are your hobbies? Well, diamond painting is my biggest hobby. It is the thing that I do the most. When I can't diamond paint, or occasionally get burnout on it, because like yesterday I spent all day diamond painting. It's so cold out, you can't go anywhere and do anything. My husband actually had to work. So I just kind of sat here in the house and diamond painted. By the end of the day, I was kind of tired of it. Tired of looking at the symbols, just tired of it, you know. So I sorted out a puzzle. I like to do jigsaw puzzles. And I actually bought one from Amazon that is a Randall Spangler picture. It's the one with it's Canine Tree, or I don't remember if that's what it's called. The Canine Christmas Tree, or Christmas Canine, I'm not sure. But it's the one with the dogs that make a tree. Yeah, so I love to do jigsaw puzzles. I like to do adult coloring. I have several adult coloring books. And I even bought the Randall Spangler coloring book. And I am trying to figure out how to color the pictures and make them look like his, with the shading and all that stuff. But I just use colored pencils. He uses colored pencils and watercolor mostly, but I don't do watercolors. So, but I'm working on it. I'm learning. I like to crochet, but I can't do that much anymore because of my hands. The movement, it just immediately makes my hands go numb, and then I can't feel what I'm doing. It makes it real hard to crochet. So, I have made lots of blankets, not lots, I guess, but I made a blanket for each one of my grandbabies when they were born. I made a blanket for each one of my kids. I made a huge blanket for my husband, and he absolutely loves it. So I like to crochet, but I don't do anything fancy with it. It's just, you know, a single or a double stitch, and it's just, you know, I can change the colors, but I don't do patterns and stuff. So I was actually watching some videos, crochet videos, on when Mrs. Coffee and Crochet was doing those. And trying to learn some things from her. And I really think that, you know, if I get my surgery and I can go back to doing that, I can learn some things from her. So I hope she keeps those videos up there. So anyway, and in the summertime we go camping, and we do a lot of, well, I mean, we work out there, so I do a whole lot of the same kind of thing. I do the mowing out there, and I take care of the grounds, and, you know, that sort of thing. I take the money, check people in, you know, that kind of thing. And so I do my diamond painting out there as well. I spend a lot of my off work time inside because I have to work outside mostly. So I just do my hobbies in a different place pretty much. But we do like to have a fire and sit outside with, you know, have family over and enjoy those kinds of things. So I don't know if that's considered a hobby. Not, I guess not. I guess not. Okay, the next question is, how many pairs of shoes do you own? And to be honest, I have no flippin' idea. None. I think I have 2 pair of tennis shoes. I probably have 10 or 15 pairs of flip-flops because that's what I wear all the time. Flip-flops. I have several pairs of boots. Dress boots. I like boots. I have a pair of work boots. I have a pair of Harley Davidson boots. I have some dressy boots. I have some snow boots, some mucklucks. I don't know. I probably have 50 or so pairs of shoes. I don't wear dress shoes much. I do have some kind of dressier sandals that I can wear like in the summertime, but yeah, I don't do dress up a lot. I'm mostly a jeans and t-shirt kind of gal, or any more sweats and t-shirt kind of gal. So yeah, that's me. I have a lot of shoes though. What did you want to be when you were a kid? I wanted to be a mom. All I can remember when I was a kid, I never wanted to, I never had, well, I do remember when I was young wanting to grow up and be a lawyer. I don't know why. I don't really know why, but I do remember that. And I never went to college. Well, I did. I took one semester. I had a 1-year-old child at the time, and we were moving, and I took one semester of college. I had a full course load, and I gave up about halfway through the semester because I was failing. It was just too much. I couldn't keep up, and I gave up. So yeah, that didn't go very well. What I was wanting to go then for was to be a radiology tech, or the person that reads the or maybe does the x-rays and things like that, or reads them. I don't know. That's what I was going for, that sort of thing. But yeah, I didn't make it even through my first semester back then. I was very young. I was, let's see, I would have been 19 because my son was about a year old. And it was too much with everything going on in my life. I was had just gotten married. I had a 1-year-old son, and things were not real good in the marriage. That was my failed marriage, so it wasn't the greatest time. And we were moving on top of it, and trying to paint and redo some things in the house we were moving into, and it was just too much. I couldn't handle it. So yeah. What was your favorite class in school? My favorite class in school was home ec. My mom and grandma had taught me a lot about cooking when I was a kid. I spent a lot of time with, the females in the family, doing, baking cookies, or, my mom had taught me how to sew. She did a lot of sewing. She still does. So those were my favorite classes because they were the easiest classes. I felt like I was smart in those classes because, a lot of other people didn't know how to do some of these things, and it was a whiz for me. So that was my favorite. When I was young, I didn't like to read. I hated school. I really didn't like school, not at all, anytime, ever. But home ec class wasn't. Home ec class was the exception, I guess. So that was definitely my favorite. And before I got to the home ec stage, I think recess or lunch, which I would have just as soon been at home. So What are your parents' occupations? My mother was a manager in a Walmart. She was a department manager. So over certain things, she actually ran the photo lab before she retired at the Walmart in our town, in Kewanee. My dad was a machine operator in a factory in our town. And my stepdad, who I'm very close to, retired from the military. He was an Army guy. So, yeah. They were kind of all over the place, across the board, but they all worked. I have not really had, I've not had a lot of work experience. I work in the summertime at the park, and I've been doing that for a couple of years, but most of my life I have been a stay-at-home mom and wife. So yeah. But that's what I wanted to do when I was young. I remember, thinking I just want to grow up and get married and have kids and take care of my family, and that's what I did with my life. So yeah. Which of your parents do you resemble? I think I resemble my dad more than my mom. Appearance-wise, I think I look like my dad, and I think that it depends on what's going on, which one I resemble in my actions. My dad's kind of a gruffy kind of guy. He's not very emotional. He, portrays this tough guy act. Not as much now as he did when I was young, but yeah. So, and I think sometimes I come off that way, but I don't really mean to. Sometimes I think people get the wrong impression from me. They say that people have like the resting bitch face. I think that's me. I think when I'm not smiling or talking to someone, or people think that I'm angry, and I'm not. I'm just, that's my face. I don't know. But, and sometimes when I talk, if I don't make a point to sound like I'm in a good mood, people will think that I'm being grumpy. I don't know. I don't mean to be like that, but I don't know. And maybe it's my imagination. Maybe that's something I need to talk to my therapist about, because yes, I go to therapy. Okay, so the next question is, when was the last time you cried? I'm gonna say, oh, there it is. Okay, I thought I lost my thing. Okay, I'm gonna say, I don't know. It's been a few days, which is not, that's kind of, I don't know. I cry a lot. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry a lot. It was probably last week sometime. But I'll go by spells where I cry every day, and then I'll go by spells where I won't for a little while. But yeah, I'm a big crybaby. I cry about everything. So yeah, that's me, crybaby. What is your favorite color? Well, my favorite color used to be blue. I still like blue, but I'm becoming more of a purple fan than I ever have been. And I'm even starting to kind of like pinks, and, not as far as like clothing, but I got a lot of colors that I like now, I think. But my favorite, I'd say, is like blue and purple. Those are my favorite. What is your favorite beverage? Coffee. I drink coffee, a lot of coffee. Actually, what we get now is from Aldi's. We get it in these little bags, and they're the French vanilla flavor. And it's just plain coffee. It doesn't have anything in it. So it's not like sweetened or anything like that. But it's a real smooth coffee. And I really enjoy that. We were buying it at different coffee at this little, I lost where I was. This little coffee shop in Kiwani. And it was so good. It was called Cookie Butter. And it was just a plain coffee, but it was a real smooth flavor. And oh, it was so good. But it got to be, we would buy it in a 5-pound bag. And so we'd have to buy a bag about once every 3 weeks, I think, which was a lot of coffee. I mean, I drank coffee all day, all the time then. I try not to drink quite so much now because I know it's just not the healthiest. I would prefer to drink coffee all day, especially in the winter, but so now I try and drink a couple cups in the morning and quit. But that is my favorite thing to drink. If I could, I would, drink coffee all day. So, and by the way, anyone who's listening to this is more than welcome to answer these questions in the in the comment section below. Tell me what your favorite color is and your favorite beverage, and what did your favorite class in school. And anyway, yeah. And if you have a channel, you're welcome to take these questions and use them on your channel also. I'm not going to tag anyone in it because I don't really know anyone all that well that does this, so I don't want to make anyone feel like, you know, they have to do something that, you know, maybe they have already done or don't have time for. I don't know. I'm just, you know. Anyway, what is your current favorite song? Oh my goodness. I don't really know. I haven't listened to music in a while, I think, actually. I've been listening to audiobooks so much. Current favorite song. Shoot. The last favorite song I was really hooked on would be, what was it called? Dancing in the Country, or Country Dancing, or I can't even remember who sang it. Oh my gosh, my memory is so horrible. Oh, anyway, we'll move on from that one. What is your all-time favorite song? Oh, all-time favorite song. They couldn't make it easy, like all-time favorite band. That's what I'm going to go with, all-time favorite band. My all-time favorite band would be AC/DC. I absolutely love AC/DC. I always will. Yeah, that's been my favorite band since I was probably 13 or 14. So, yep, they win. Which is your favorite movie? Okay, movie. So, I'm not gonna just say a movie because I can't, but I'm gonna say the Harry Potter series is my favorite movies. I love Harry Potter. I could watch those movies. I could watch the whole series every single week if I had somebody to watch them with me. Now, when I'm by myself, I usually am just listening to like YouTube or podcasts or my audiobook, you know, something like that. I do sometimes, I'll put on like a TV series that I've watched before, or and just listen to it while I diamond paint or while I'm doing whatever. But yeah, Harry Potter is that's my favorite movies, all of them. I'd say if I had to pick one that is my favorite out of all of them, I would say the fifth one, but I don't know if that is because of the book or the movie, because I really enjoyed the book. I really enjoyed the books more than the movies, but you know. So Harry Potter, definitely. Which is your favorite ice cream flavor? Really? Ice cream? There are so many. Oh, goodness. I like caramel and ice cream. So I guess I would say vanilla with caramel topping is my favorite. Yeah, I guess so. Vanilla with caramel, so vanilla, I guess. Who is your favorite actor? There are so many. Oh, goodness, my favorite actor. Off the top of my head, my favorite actor would have to be Morgan Freeman, I guess. Morgan Freeman wins hands down. He is the best. I also am very fond of, oh shoot, I can't think of his name. Washington. Oh my gosh. Never mind. I can't think of his name. So we're just going to say Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is the best. Oh, Tom Hanks is really, really good actor too. Oh my gosh, there are just so many. I can't. I just Melissa McCarthy, I love her. Okay, moving on. Do you have any siblings? I have a stepsister. I did have a stepbrother when years ago he committed suicide. So I have two siblings. One is gone. I had a brother and a sister. We did not grow up together though. My parents, our parents got together when I was already grown and out of the house. So, but over the years we became family, as you know, as happens to everyone. You know, we've taken vacations together and holidays together, and you know, our families are blended like anyone else's. So yeah, that's my siblings. I did not grow up with any siblings though. So what did your grandparents do for a living? My grandmother was a nurse's aide for years. She was a waitress before that. She did a lot of different things. She was an amazing woman. And my grandpa used to work on the railroad when he was young. And then when he got older, he used to do some junking. You know, taking stuff, old stuff that people don't want, whatever, metals and stuff, and taking it to the junkyard, and they would scrap it, and he would earn money for that. But he was really disabled for most of the time I was growing up, because he had a really bad back. So, and he didn't really have a job. My grandma was a nurse's aide, and she was wonderful. Okay. Which is your favorite perfume? Oh, Liz Claiborne. The Liz Claiborne, the bunch of Liz Claibornes that are out for women, Vivid would be my husband's favorite that I have. I have several of hers. The regular Liz Claiborne is my favorite, though. I've been wearing that since I was probably 15, 16 years old, and I just love it. I don't wear a lot of those perfumes now because I use Bath and Body stuff so much, and I use those perfumes too, but yeah, I love the Liz Claiborne perfumes, the Vivid, Curve, the regular Liz Claiborne, Sport. They're great. I love them all. Do you have children? Yes, I have 3 children. My oldest has passed. Most of you probably know that. We lost him 10 years ago. My second oldest is, okay, my first child was a boy. He would be 30 years old now. My second oldest was a girl, and she is a welder. She's 27 years old. And my third child is a boy, and he is 23, and he is the cause of all of my stress and worry. So, yeah, I am so ready for him to get his life together and not stress me out anymore. But yes, I have 3 children. Yeah, we're at 47 minutes. I can do a few more probably. What are the names of, or what would you name your children? Okay. The names of my children are, Brandon was my oldest. Brickell. Brickell is how you say it. My daughter's name. And my youngest, his name is Dalton. So, yeah, that's their names. Which is your favorite sport? Okay, I've never been a really big sports person. But I do like baseball. I used to love to watch baseball with my husband. When we first got together, he was even on a softball team. And I used to watch him. We'd go and watch him play softball. But I've always liked baseball. Even when I was a young girl, I used to watch it when it would be on TV. I would watch it. I had no idea who the players were then, or, rip that stupid thing off of there. Okay, I gotta remove the glove because this thing is just driving me nuts with that torn finger. I gotta get me a new glove. So, anyway, I used to watch a lot of baseball, and then when my son passed, I kind of lost interest in everything. I mean, everything. I had a super hard time then. As you can imagine, losing a child it's devastating, and I didn't want to live anymore. It was bad. Anyway, when we lost him, I lost interest in everything I cared about. I mean, everything, except for my kids, which, it was hard to even be here for them. And so I've never gotten back into it like I was then. I used to watch the games with my husband. He is a big Cardinals fan. So, yeah, I used to know all the names of the players. I don't have a clue anymore. I don't pay attention. He still does, but I don't. I just never got back interested in it, so. I guess baseball. Do you play any sports? I do not play any sports. What is your favorite animal? Well, I have dogs, so I'm gonna say, oh, the next question is, do you have pets? Yes, I'm gonna put those both together. Dogs. I love my babies. They are adorable. They're a lot of work sometimes, but yeah, I love dogs. I'm definitely an animal person. I love lots of animals. My husband says that if it wasn't for him, I would have a zoo, and I probably would. So anyway, which pets do you have? I have 2 dogs. What are the names of your pets? Well, my oldest, she's a Shih Tzu. Her name is Luna. And my little puppy that probably most of you already know, you have met him. His name is Teddy. He's supposed to be a Shih Tzu Chihuahua mix. He's a tiny little guy. I don't know what all is in him, but he's just cute and sweet. Which is your favorite vacation destination? Oh my gosh, we went to Cancun for our 15th wedding anniversary. Well, yeah, we went there for our 15th wedding anniversary. It wasn't on our anniversary, it was about a month before, but that's what we went for. So, we went in January, and oh my gosh, you would not believe how wonderful it was. I would love to go back there anytime, oh my gosh, it was the best time ever. Cancun, hands down, that was our best vacation. Absolutely. Which is your favorite restaurant? Oh. I like Mexican food. But the Mexican restaurants that we used to go to are all closed now around here. Like, we had a Chi-Chi's, and then we had Carlos O'Kelly's, but they're closed. There's a Habanero's in the mall, about an hour from here, or 40 minutes or so. I really like that. And I like Olive Garden. So those are my favorites, I guess. Oh no, I lost my questions. Oh, there they are. I don't know why these, oh, I missed that one. What is your favorite book? I don't think I answered that, did I? Harry Potter. So I wanted to just finish this last couple here. So there's like 2 more. Who are your favorite influencers? My favorite influencers are, I really like to watch Miss Crocheting Coffee. She does diamond painting and drawing and different crafts, but I really like her stuff. She's He's not doing as much on YouTube anymore, but I like to watch Midas Touch Network. It's a political podcast, political shows. I like David Pakman. He's kind of in the same kind of category as Midas Touch. How did you perform in school is the last question I'm gonna do today, and poorly. I did graduate high school, but probably by the skin of my teeth. I did not like school, and I didn't give it nearly the effort that I should have, and that is probably one of my biggest regrets, that I didn't do well in school because I didn't try, and it kind of just makes me feel like a lazy bum. But I did make it through school. I never had to repeat a grade. I did do summer school one year for like a history class or something, but I never had to repeat a grade, and I did graduate high school with my class. So, but I would say other than that, I was bottom of the barrel for grades and such. So I did not do well because I just didn't like school. I guess I've always kind of been a homebody. So yeah, I guess that's what my problem is. I didn't want to be there in the first place. I don't know. So anyways, we're gonna call it with that question, because we're at an hour now. It looks like 57 minutes. So we're gonna wrap this up, and maybe we'll do another one if people enjoyed this. If you didn't, then I'm sorry. And again, if you guys want to answer these questions in the comment section, so that I kind of get to know you guys too, I would love that. I would absolutely love it. So anything that I asked, and you can leave as many comments as you like. I'm absolutely cool with however many comments you want to leave. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. And if you didn't enjoy it, give me a thumbs up anyway, because it really helps. It really, really helps get the videos out there, and get new people to see them. It's really hard to get your videos circulating, and so all of you guys that are watching my videos and sharing and giving me the thumbs up and commenting, everything that you do makes a difference. So yeah, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. There's a lot of people that watch my videos that are not subscribed. So, yeah, okay, so, and as far as the tag questions, I just looked it up online and found the tag questions. So, I mean, you guys are welcome to do them on your channel if you have a channel. So, okay, well, that's all we're going to do today. We're right at an hour, so I'm going to say goodbye because I don't want to keep everybody forever. But let me know if you liked this video, if you liked the tag question thing. Let me know one way or another so I know whether to do this again or not. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.